Let's try to learn 30 words for GRE. Acumen. GRE synonyms: insight, keenness, shrewdness. Example sentence: the CEO's business acumen helped her turn the company around. Antithesis. GRE synonyms: opposite, contrast, reverse. Example sentence: the antithesis of love is not hated, but indifference. Ascribe. GRE synonyms: attribute, credit, impute. Example sentence: the team's success was ascribed to their hard work and dedication. Befuddled. GRE synonyms: confused, perplexed, bewildered. Example sentence: the complex instructions left me feeling befuddled. Eschew. GRE synonyms: avoid, shun, abstain. Example sentence: I try to eschew fast food and eat a healthy diet. Esoteric. GRE synonyms: obscure, arcane, cryptic. Example sentence: the professor's lecture was filled with esoteric references that went over most of the audience's heads. Evasive. GRE synonyms: elusive, indirect, ambiguous. Example sentence: the politician's answers were evasive, leaving reporters frustrated. Exculpate. GRE synonyms: absolve, clear, vindicate. Example sentence: the DNA evidence exculpated the defendant, proving his innocence. Expedite. GRE synonyms: accelerate, hasten, facilitate. Example sentence: to expedite the project's completion, we need to work overtime. Fastidious. GRE synonyms: meticulous, fussy, picky. Example sentence: the chef was fastidious in her attention to detail, ensuring every dish was perfect. Feign. GRE synonyms: pretend, simulate, fake. Example sentence: he feigned illness to avoid going to work. Furtive. GRE synonyms: stealthy, clandestine, sneaky. Example sentence: the furtive thief snuck into the house undetected. Hamper. GRE synonyms: impede, hinder, obstruct. Example sentence: the storm hampered our ability to travel. Indispensable. GRE synonyms: essential, crucial, vital. Example sentence: her years of experience made her indispensable to the company. Lament. GRE synonyms: mourn, grieve, mournful. Example sentence: she lamented the loss of her dear friend. Myopic. GRE synonyms: short-sighted, narrow-minded, unimaginative. Example sentence: his myopic view of the world prevented him from seeing the bigger picture. Nonchalant. GRE synonyms: casual, cool, indifferent. Example sentence: despite the danger, she remained nonchalant, as if it was no big deal. Partial. GRE synonyms: biased, prejudiced, incomplete. Example sentence: his partiality towards his own team was clear. Pensive. GRE synonyms: thoughtful, reflective, contemplative. Example sentence: she sat in the garden, lost in pensive thought. Portend. GRE synonyms: foretell, foreshadow, predict. Example sentence: the dark clouds portend a coming storm. Provincial. GRE synonyms: insular, parochial, narrow-minded. Example sentence: her provincial attitudes were at odds with the more cosmopolitan views of her peers. Rudimentary. GRE synonyms: basic, elementary, fundamental. Example sentence: the new employee had only a rudimentary understanding of the software. Salutary. GRE synonyms: beneficial, healthy, wholesome. Example sentence: the doctor recommended a salutary diet to improve his patient's health. Sever. GRE synonyms: cut off, divide, separate. Example sentence: the earthquake severed communication lines, leaving the town cut off from the outside world. Slight. GRE synonyms: insult, snub, offend. Example sentence, she felt slighted when he failed to invite her to the party. Somnolent. GRE synonyms, drowsy, sleepy, sluggish. Example sentence, the somnolent patient struggled to stay awake during the exam. Stoic. GRE synonyms, unemotional, impassive, calm. Example sentence, despite the tragedy, he remained stoic, refusing to show any. Supersede. GRE synonyms, replace, displace, override. Example sentence, the new technology will supersede the outdated system. Tout. GRE synonyms, promote, advertise, publicize. Example sentence, the restaurant's chef was touting the new menu to customers. Wane. GRE synonyms, decline, decrease, diminish. Example sentence, the popularity of the band began to wane after their third album. Now let's learn the words using a nice story. John was a man of great acumen. He was a successful businessman who had built his fortune from the ground up. John was known for his attention to detail and his fastidious nature. He never left anything to chance and always made sure that everything was in order. John's antithesis was his brother Tom, who was more nonchalant and laid back. Tom was known for his love of parties and his evasive nature when it came to work. He would often feign sickness or make excuses to get out of doing any real work. One day, John's company was hit with a scandal, and he was befuddled as to how it had happened. He had always been careful to make sure that everything was above board, but someone had managed to ascribe the blame to him. John knew he had to do something to exculpate himself and his company. John's esoteric knowledge of the business world helped him to expedite the investigation and find the culprit. He discovered that it was someone within his own company who had been acting in a furtive manner and had been hampering the progress of the business. It was an indispensable lesson for John. He realized that he needed to be more aware of the people he employed and eschew those who were not aligned with his values. He lamented that he had been myopic in his approach and had not seen the warning signs earlier. John's stoic nature helped him to stay composed during the investigation, but he was pensive about the future of his company. He knew that the scandal would portend a difficult time ahead. In the end, John was able to sever ties with those who had caused the scandal and replace them with more trustworthy employees. He also implemented new systems that were more rudimentary in nature but would ensure that nothing like this could happen again. It was a salutary lesson for John, and he knew that he had come out stronger on the other side. He continued to tout his business as one that was trustworthy and reliable, despite the slight wane in customer confidence.